Hello, welcome to Clutch My Pearls, the podcast where I, Emily, learn all about the smut that all my friends are reading. As always, I'm joined with Vanessa and Barbara.
Hi.
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 I didn't want it to be like last time where one of us didn't say hi and then the other one didn't say hi, so I jumped on it.
And
I love
we did
it.
together.
I think we did it together.
Yeah.
You're taking the lead.
We're
Yeah.
always all better together. We
Yeah.
should
Look
just
at
talk
us.
over each other all episode.
Yes.
That's all I ever do.
We all do it.
I say like every third word and then
Yeah.
just talk.
We
just
are-
talk to talk.
A group of women with ADHD. We're going to say like, and we're going to cut each other off, and you're all going to deal with it. Or like, thank you.
And it's fine. Join us. You're one of us, you know? So this week,
This week,
we have Barbara.
we
again.
have another Barbara book.
I love it. A Barbara back to back.
Yeah, the dance battle.
Let's see your move.
Do you still feel like y'all are in competition?
I never felt that way.
Like you feel like you guys did like one up, and then we did like some wide shoes, and then we did some dog dick, and then now are we just
Oh.
gonna like kind of settle? Like what are we in
Listen.
for this week?
I really question you saying that you never felt like you were in competition because I vividly remember, I think it was Not So Lucky or Pucking Around. You were like, here's my moves. I feel like I just kicked off my shoes and did whatever. And I'm like, you were out on that dance floor. You were like requesting songs from the DJ and being like, I need some more space for this.
Oh my god. All I'm saying is that I just pick the books.
You're just a natural. And I am actually having to put in a lot of effort. But I feel that I traumatized us all and our listeners last week with dog dick stuff.
I think a lot of people really liked the nodding
yeah.
though. Like that's what was more
They were ready.
surprising was that people were like, even when we talked about not so lucky, everybody was like, oh my god, it's like
We crawled out of the footwork. All these other little
No,
freaks
I
were
think
like,
everybody thought the same thing
Okay.
that you did.
I felt so validated.
By
I saw
the
a couple
title.
of Instagram
Yeah.
comments of like, that was my first thought. And I'm like, I'm not alone in this
Yeah.
demented space.
and then we gave it to them.
That clip had so much confusion in such a short.
Yes.
I didn't know that she was asking me if my book had that, and I said I didn't know.
They're like, well, I don't know, does
Because
it?
I didn't realize till later that the same thing happened with me. As I was watching it, I was like, oh,
We
But
confuse
yeah.
ourselves and we're the ones talking. I don't know.
I think it's just a lot of information, even for me, I've read some fantasy books with like mates and stuff. I think it was
Yeah.
still like a lot of information, even for me. You know,
We were
so-
talking about this where it's like Emily easing her way into fantasy.
Yeah.
We decided to make you run before you walk. So
Yeah. Like the world building and the like keeping
Mm.
stuff straight. And then even I felt like I got so much story with it. And then you were like, oh, and then there's 10 other characters that we didn't even touch on. You didn't even talk about a brother apparently. And then I was like, oh, right. Her friend went missing, which was the whole fucking point of this.
the whole
And
fucking
then
point.
there was like a sister who was like 6
Yeah.
Or 7.
or 7.
So I think I'm interested. I'll still never. I personally will never read the book, but I'm excited because I feel like I got it, you know. But I'm excited for our listeners to listen to us talk about a subsection of the book, and then for them to tell me about the rest of it, you know.
Because that's one of the ones that we did that was like, that's the newest book that we've done. Like
Yeah.
it came out and 2
Yeah.
seconds later we did an episode on it. So
Yeah.
Our first new release.
Yeah.
Yes,
So hopefully we
pretty
got
cool.
some new listeners from that.
hopefully we'll see.
It'd be exciting. If you're one, let us know. We love you.
Yay.
You can follow us at Clutch My Pearls Pod everywhere on the internet and email us at clutchmypearlspod@gmail.com.
Ooh, speaking of emails.
Oh.
I did want to bring up an email we got from, I think it was like Brienne.
Uh-huh.
And she said that
Was it our... Oh, yeah,
she's like 5 years single or
I think she's
newly
single after 5 years.
5 years.
Okay, yeah.
And met a guy and went back to his place and they were making out and he gave her the knee.
Yes. And she let us know. She was like, I started thinking of y'all in that moment of like, the knee.
We infiltrated the bedroom and she was giggling to herself and she was like, I
love
have
it.
to get back to what I was doing.
It made me
But
so happy.
yeah,
I love it. I love it.
that's what's happening out there.
Yeah. People are giving the knee, we're bringing light to it. We also got another email from someone that they work at an art museum and they listen to us while they like roam the halls of this art
Oh my God.
of this art museum, like hearing us talking about dog dicks and stuff. And
I love that.
so we're very cultured and we're happy to be in your ear, whether you're changing a light bulb at the bottom of a swimming pool,
Sure.
roaming around the finest artists, or getting the knee from your new boo, you know?
The knee, I love it.
We had somebody who had messaged us on Goodreads, and they were saying, going way back, they were so excited that you talked about going to a sex show in Amsterdam.
Oh, God.
Because they also went, and she was with, it was like a friend trip, and she was with like, however it ended up, she was the only woman.
Oh my God.
And they were in line, and she was like, I'm expecting like production, like lights and a show.
Yep.
And they get in there and it's just like a mattress. And she's like, what? And she asked all the guys, like, weren't you expecting more of like a presentation? They were like, why would you expect that?
I was same.
They were pleased.
Yeah.
They were fine with, and I think that's why we were like, oh, it'll, because I mean, the outside of that venue is like live sex and all this stuff. And you think there's going to be even some like titty tassels or something like, you know, like I think maybe in the US we're used to like strippers coming out and spinning around and stuff. But this really was, they came out, laid on a mattress on the floor and started fucking, and the guy started flexing his muscles.
That is the most uncomfortable. Like,
that's why you know it's for men. And then for women, we're like, he gave her the knee. And
what
we're
was
like,
she wearing? What was it?
We just love hearing from y'all and hearing how we're changing lives and infiltrating lives.
Yes,
I would love more emails about
any and all
sexual
emails
experiments
so
for
good.
sure.
Yeah. Okay, so what do we?
My dance moves is the intermission for this week.
Okay.
I decided to just.
Are you the mattress on the floor?
Oh
Emily.
my God.
No, I'm like, calm.
I'm the
and
costume
chill.
design. I don't know. This metaphor is getting away from me, but I decided to do a regular book.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Palate cleanser.
No dog dick.
Okay.
Unless I'm like drastically misunderstanding some sort of euphemism, but nothing. It's called The Wedding Crasher.
Ooh.
By Mia Sosa.
Okay.
It came out in 2018, I think.
Okay.
Or I didn't update that. I might have just lied to you.
That's fine. You never lie to Dave.
Vanessa lies about all of her books.
Yeah.
So.
I do not.
And I never know, so I just believe everything.
And also, it doesn't matter. So,
and it doesn't matter. You can look it up.
yeah, so it's called The Wedding Crasher. Do you guys want to guess what it's about?
Okay, I'm going to say that it's someone who shows up to weddings uninvited, because you can just walk into them and then like get snacks and has a good time and bangs a groomsmen or something.
Love it.
It's like fanfic for the movie.
Yeah, but I think it's going to be like roles reversed. I think it's the woman that's crashing the wedding.
Oh.
Ooh,
But I could
love
be
that. I want to read that book.
Okay.
Because this ain't it.
This ain't it. The title, I know it's not, but it makes me think of The Wedding Planner.
Oh, yeah.
And I want it to be The Wedding Planner.
Okay, so you're in luck because I recently watched The Wedding Planner.
I did too.
With you. I was with you.
Yeah. We were
I
together.
wasn't invited. I understand.
She was sick and I came to be
Yeah.
nice. And
Oh,
then
that's
she
right.
literally
I
turned
was
on the
watching
Wedding
the
Planner.
worst
so
90s. I
good.
watched like Runaway Bride. Anything with
Oh, yeah.
Richard Gere and Julia Roberts.
Okay,
I
yeah.
watched.
There's at least a few.
Yeah.
of them.
I think that's what I like brought you like a care package. And then I was like, well, what are we going to watch?
While I'm here, I love that movie. Like, none of them are great, but they're all so good.
Yeah.
We were just like laughing about like the clothes and the hair and stuff.
And how problematic it is.
They
that,
all
like,
are.
That like this
that
guy's
he's-
getting married and
he's
she's like,
falling in love with
But
him.
what if?
but you like
yeah.
root for it somehow.
Yeah.
Is
Because
this
they're
like
not
that?
supposed to be together.
Yeah. And that's when you know. If you're supposed to be with the guy and he's taken, then you're morally correct. I don't mean that.
I think if anything, she helped them.
So is this like more like wedding planner or wedding
No.
crashers?
This is, if I had it on the spectrum of wedding planner and wedding
We're gonna
crashers,
dial.
I feel like it would be closer to wedding crashers.
Like wanting to party initially.
So here's the synopsis.
Let's just tell us about it. Oh yeah, how about we just like learn about it
Let's
instead
do
of us
it.
guessing?
First of all, it's 392 pages, so let that start cooking for what your
that's a good
page
amount.
count
That's a
is.
good book.
Just weeks away from ditching DC for greener pastures, Solange Pereira is roped into helping her wedding planner cousin on a random couple's big day.
Okay.
So nobody knows anybody, everything's random.
She's helping out her cousin who's a wedding planner?
Yes.
Okay.
It's an easy gig until she stumbles upon a situation that convinces her the pair isn't meant to be. What's a true blue romantic to do? What is true blue romantic? Because the author used that again in the book, and
I
I've
wonder
never
if
heard it
it's
in my life.
something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue.
It's some sort of like phrase that I've never
Or
heard.
true blue.
Just
I mean,
like
there's
a
that tattoo
die
shop.
hard. Like,
Yeah, it sounds like that's the
Like it's
Yeah.
real.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so what's she supposed to do? Crash the wedding, of course, and ensure the unsuspecting groom doesn't make the biggest mistake of his life.
So this is also I assume the wedding is being planned by her cousin.
Mm-hmm.
So her cousin really needs this wedding to go smoothly.
Really
that's
does.
what she's being paid
It's her
for,
job.
you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
But the cousin witnesses something.
The main
the
character.
friend,
The main character.
not
Yeah,
the friend,
yeah.
but like the cousin of the planner.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she now is this that she witnessed the groom entering her or something?
No, there was
She
no
saw
there was no
the-
penetration.
The bride
She saw the bride.
making out with somebody.
Not making out.
Fucking.
No, that would be exciting.
Kissing.
Again, we are not in
Mean.
the dance battle.
Talking.
Talking.
Oh, we're not.
We're not in the dance battle, guys. It's just talking.
She's talking to
Again,
someone.
no dog dicks.
Okay, tone it down. Tone it down.
She's in the stairwell and she hears the bride talking to, turns out to be the bride's longtime friend, like since childhood, whose name is Tyler, which is kind of like,
Of course.
okay. She's very in love with Tyler and he's like, you don't love the groom. You can't tell me you actually want to do this. And she's like, give me a reason not to then. And he stays silent. Even though he's like holding her face. It's like, okay.
Oh, they're together in IRL. This isn't on the phone.
Like she
yes,
hears it
they
in
are
the stairwell.
stairwell.
Okay,
Yeah,
got you,
yeah.
got you.
Because it turns out because he is so important to her, she convinced the groom to put him in his wedding party. So he's
Ew.
standing up there during the.
Oh, she's probably gonna make eye contact with him while she's saying the vows. Like
Why?
behind it.
Oh my god.
She does.
Why even? So, okay.
I'm with you. Okay, let me finish the synopsis.
Oh,
I'm purely picturing the wedding planner cast throughout all this.
Yeah.
This works
by the way.
because he
Yeah.
has dirty blonde hair.
And Matthew McConaughey has yucky blonde hair. In
He sure
this
does.
one.
yeah,
Yeah.
But
he has bad
I-
hair, bad everything.
And like
Bad
the
everything.
shitty little glasses too.
Yeah.
God, what is that? Okay.
that leather jacket
Oh,
with the tie with the sash.
it's not good.
It looks like a bathrobe.
I always forget and or block out of my mind that the guy from Grey's Anatomy is in
Oh,
that
yeah,
as
the
the Italian,
Italian guy.
the Italian guy.
Yeah.
And then I watch Grey's Anatomy and I'm like, stop it. So for those of
He
you
seems
who
like
also
Lorenzo.
What was his name? Massimo.
Massimo, yeah.
Oh my God, no, it's Alex on Grey's Anatomy, and what are you doing? Anyway, he makes the mac and cheese. We got to stop talking
Yeah.
about that. Okay, focus.
We need to add that to our,
Add to our
movie
movie.
itinerary.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Dean Chapman. His name's Dean. How do we
Mm.
feel?
It
Main
reminds me
character
of
Dean?
Dean Kane.
I think of Dean Cain, and I'm okay with that. Dean is a good name. Dean is better than a Tyler.
Oh yeah, the supernatural guy.
It's better than Tyler, I guess. It's better
Yeah.
than Crew.
Dean is a sexy man's name.
I mean, I don't know that I would go that far, Miss Jesse Eisenberg.
But I think like if I think
You're just like not allowed to say.
never.
That's hot, Emily. You are on timeout.
I think that Dean is it's a good guy.
It's a workable
it's
name.
A guy.
Yeah, yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
he's a good guy. I assume.
Yes, this isn't a mafia romance, so he's a good dude.
Everybody's nice.
Yeah, like he didn't do anything wrong.
Dean Chapman had his future all mapped out. He was about to check off start a family and on track to make partner, because he's a lawyer.
Hey.
Make partner when his modern day marriage of convenience went up in smoke. Then he learns he might not land an assignment that could be his ticket to a promotion unless he has a significant other. And in a moment of panic, Dean claims to be in love with the woman who crashed his wedding. Oops.
Oh.
Yeah. Now, Dean has a whole new item on his to-do list. Beg Solange to be his pretend girlfriend. Solange feels a tiny bit bad about ruining his wedding, so she agrees to play along. Yet, as they fake date their way around town, what started as a performance for Dean's colleagues turns into a connection that neither he nor Solange can deny. Their entire romance is a sham. There's no way these polar opposites could fall in love for real, right?
So the wedding gets ruined right away.
So that's
Immediately.
like opening scene. So
That's
there's
not
nothing
opening
even
planning.
the point of the book.
Nope. That is the setup.
This is the sequel to The Wedding Planner. Because it ends with the wedding not
This is
happening.
the alternate ending.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
Like it's like because we just got the whole thing where before we're like, oh, they shouldn't be together in
Yep.
the movie.
Yep.
But then now this is the like, because it ends with the wedding not happening, them getting married in the courthouse, whatever.
And he sends her off nicely in the cab.
yeah, but so this is where now they have to be like, oh, that was so embarrassing that my wedding
So
fell
awkward.
apart. But
I
like,
have to have a wife for
Yeah.
my job.
Yeah, my pediatrician office needs me to have a spouse because
Yeah.
otherwise they're like, why are you around all these kids? Cut that out.
right, and then leave it in
To yourself.
It's hot in here.
So the so they have to. There's a lot of something that I'm noticing in a lot of these books is this like fake dating. Like, LOL,
It's
would that be so
very-
crazy? Which also these books are written for women that like, is that something that we really want? Is the like, let's fake date.
It's a fun trope.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's
I
something
guess it's
that
either
like
fake date or like, I'm going to kidnap you and then you're going to fall in love with me. Like our mafias.
I feel like that would line up with women who really love the like friends to lovers trope because it's like there's forced proximity. There's the like humor that like they want it to be a funny one, not like, you know, dog kennel stuff where it's like, oh, what? And my, you know, cousin walked in and now I have to quickly get them to understand that we're fake and da da da. And so there's always like antics.
Yeah, there's kind of the manic pixie dream girl vibe, a little bit of the like I'm so wacky and like bumbling kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I also just think like the fake dating thing would like never happen in real life.
Have you guys ever fake dated anyone?
No,
but I mean I've gone to like I've had like guy friends, you know,
right?
But, like,
totally different.
that people would assume that like if you're at Home Depot with your guy friend that you're dating, but never the like let's tell all your coworkers
or we
we're dating.
need to date because of XYZ.
Right.
Like I just don't ever feel like anything is put on you enough to where you would need a spouse to pull something off.
I kind of want to know about that though. Like I'm really hoping that someone listening,
I would,
they or their friend or somebody like. Please tell us if any of you know anyone or you yourselves have had to fake date someone because I'm so curious. Because I don't know anybody that's ever had
trying to like throw off like scent of something
I
or
think
like
that,
a
like,
family thing or something.
Yeah.
I think in the past it was probably used mostly for like hiding their sexuality.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, you know, where it'd be like, oh, I have to, you know, I'm this lawyer and I have to come across as this guy, whatever.
Right.
Or like just
a
not
politician
wanting
and
to
I
like
have to
hear about, oh, you're still single.
Right. Okay. Like that makes sense. But if there's something where like we had to buy a zoo, but we had to be together, like something weird. Like I'm very curious.
Yeah. There is something where like a lot more like when people picture like escorts or whatever, they picture like a bimbo or whatever.
Sure.
Which I was like, I love bimbos. It's me.
Love it.
But like most of the really like the good money escorts are, which is also like kind of like geisha culture too, of like that they can hold good conversations. They can sit at a table of executives and you would never know that they were paid to be there, you know?
This is a random tangent, but I used to work for doctors. And then for a while I was working as like the coordinator for this like networking club that they had. And it was all these physicians that would have these events where there would be a speaker, but there would be like a fancy dinner. So they had to have me like coordinate the tickets and all this like stuff. And there was a doctor who would bring a different woman every time. And I'm not one to judge, except that I am. And I was very much like,
so this is what we have this week. Yeah.
You're getting money to be paid here. Because he's also that guy when he shook my hand, I was like, you need to stop. You need to let go now.
Oh, like you need a little bit of caress?
You need to stand a little bit farther away from me.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's one of those.
Did he ever invite you to a dinner?
No, because the physician that I worked for would usually be like, Barbara, come try this drink. And then just like we'd go away.
He was like, hey, that guy's a creep.
Yeah, which is so fun. When it's just like known but accepted.
And he was a gynecologist?
No. Oh my God.
Oh, pediatrician, right?
Oh my God.
Anyway, this book.
She's the one that said it. Anyway, this book has nothing to do with anything that we just
talked about.
Nothing to do with
any of that. We have to spice it up though, because it is just the most straightforward plot, rom-com, traditional.
Beach read.
Yeah.
Do they fuck?
They do. There are at least 2 sex scenes.
Like, I'm back in.
There's at least 2 sex scenes.
Ooh. Is there a wrist? Oh.
There's a lot. I can't wait to tell you about it. But do you want to guess the pages? Because then I want to say some other things about this
371?
book. 392.
Okay. I'm going to go 200.
Okay.
225.
Ooh.
We are off the dance floor. It is page 254.
Wow, but we're real close.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
really
there's 254 pages out of 392. 92.
Mm-hmm.
Before you get to any comment.
A little over halfway.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of plot. More plot than porn.
I hate this book.
Oh, no.
I cannot stress this.
Is there banter? Do they not like each other? Do they like each other?
Miscommunication.
Remember last week when we were talking about dog dicks and all that stuff? And I said that Allie Hazelwood is really popular, but she gets shit on for several things. But one of the things that people like go like, ugh, God, it's so millennial. There's all of these millennialisms.
Okay.
They're not good when they're in a book. And with her, it doesn't, like, I see it, but it doesn't make me go, like, I don't want to read this.
Right.
If I didn't intend to finish this book because of this podcast and this episode, I would have stopped reading it.
This would have been like a DNR.
I would like to read you some excerpts.
Oh, nice. I love
I'm taking the wheel.
Like, an excerpt.
I'm going rogue.
Oh, I love like examples of like of what you're talking about, or else we're just going to fill it in.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm going into picturing like a Zooey Deschanel character.
Yes, which is unfortunate because when I first read like the synopsis and everything, I was picturing Zendaya.
Okay.
Which, frankly, every character in everything ever should be Zendaya. Like, she should just be, she's Dean, she's Solange, she's everyone.
Dean.
Oh my God.
She's Tyler.
She can do it all.
She's J-Lo in The Wedding Crashers.
Yes. The opening sentence, it's dual POV where the one chapter is Solange, next chapter is Dean.
Okay.
And it's, the opening sentence of the book, there's only one rational explanation for what's happening in this stairwell. I'm cursed.
Wow.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
The very next page, if my mother were here, she would gasp, place a hand across her forehead and say, and then this is in Portuguese, this is a scandal. She'd be right, because this is an epic scandal.
Epic. It's also when you could have said that your mother could have clutched her pearls.
Mm-hmm.
At Clutch My Pearls Pod everywhere on the internet. Thank you.
So I need to, God, I need to scroll to where she meets Dean.
Does she say nom nom ever?
Like, it's that kind of stuff. There's
Yeah.
another part in the book where she literally does say epic fail.
Does she refer to a raccoon as a trash panda?
No, but we're really getting into that territory.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? God.
Did she quote The Office?
Oh, God.
What other
God.
millennialisms are there?
Like I kept saying, like, puppo doggers, which is the, like, oh, she's preggers.
God.
But that's not, yeah, it's just like that kind of stuff. But, like, okay, when the bride is having the conversation with the groom about, like, hey, I'm in love with Tyler. Because I'm getting ahead of myself. But it makes me so, okay.
Read us this one that you hate.
She runs into, they literally run into each other. Okay. I dropped to the ground like I've been KO'd in a championship bout. Figures, if there's one thing I'm good at, it's falling on my ass with verve and panache.
She's like talking about how clumsy she's
is. She's just
and,
so, yeah. Okay. I blink a couple of times, open my eyes. Whoa, the white man leaning over me isn't your average Joe. It's because he's Dean. Not your average anything. On the contrary, he's off the charts handsome, so much so that I imagine his facial features competing daily for the title of best body part.
See, this is why I don't like reading.
You're no match for me, his plump lips say to his strong jaw. The hell I'm not, his jaw retorts. Everyone knows I'm fucking irresistible when the big guy strokes me. Pipe down, you two, his hazel eyes tell them. When we gaze at a woman for longer than 3 seconds, she's a goner. Try to top that. There's a tiny patch of scarred skin above his left eyebrow. It's the money shot. The basketball kind, that is.
Oh.
It adds a hint of mystery. People dig me the most, though, the scar boasts in a seductive tone, because it suggests he spent his days poring over spreadsheets and his nights kicking ass in a dingy boxing gym.
Is this Kindle Unlimited?
I hate this.
Nope, paid for this.
Ooh.
So there was an editor.
There was an editor.
Barbara paid
I think
for
that's
this.
where, and we'll have it in our Amazon storefront if you want to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that like that is exactly why I hate reading, is the stuff of where I'm like, fucking get to the point. Like, what? Like,
Stop
where
being
it's
weird.
Like, you're using, 8
all
sentences.
of his features have a conversation.
Yeah.
That's too
so
much.
that's where, I don't know if it's just my ADD or whatever, that I just like, I tune out or be like, okay, he has a scar above his eyebrow. Like, next,
Next. I can't. Oh my God. Ugh, there's so much.
Her name is Solange.
Solange.
Nice.
I just feel like it's very, like, the whole book is like that. The whole book is like that.
Did she talk about comfy pants at all?
No comfy pants, but there was mention of a t-shirt dress.
Ah.
And I thought that could get us close.
That's a good one.
That could, yeah.
But there was no mention of whether or not I had like Winnie the Pooh on or Tweety Bird.
None of that, no.
All right, so the wedding, what does she hear? She hears like them be like that. And
she hears her being like, give me a reason, and then Tyler stays silent because it sounds like Tyler sucks.
So
and
did
then
they get all the way to the ceremony?
all the way to the ceremony. And she's standing in the back. She also wore white.
What a fucking...
Yeah. Zendaya, what are you doing?
As someone who currently got married, or recently got married, not whatever, I couldn't imagine going through everything that you went through a year leading up to it, to then, like, it be, like, why even go through that? Like, why even spend the, like, the amount of money that we will never financially recover from. But like, why go through all that shit?
Why go through all of it? So the background is that this is literally a marriage of convenience. He doesn't expect her to love him. She doesn't expect him to love her. They have agreed that they are going to get married. They have known each other for 6 months.
Oh.
He, for plot reasons, does not believe in love and has planned out his entire life because he was raised by a single mom, doesn't know who his dad is, and his mom is the like quintessential every man that I date is the one, and she up and moves him all around the country for all these different boyfriends, and then they break up, and then his whole life is just upended. So he said, fuck that. I'm going to plan out my life and live it exactly according to this plan, and I'm not going to mess with emotions and love and relationships. I'm just going to have like a partnership.
That's not how life works, though.
It's not how life works, Dean.
But Solange agrees because she ruined the wedding.
No, the other way. This is the first.
This is the bride.
This is the original wedding.
Yeah.
What was her
Why
name?
did she agree if she was in love with somebody else?
Because he never made a move, and she was like, I can't wait for him forever. I'm not going to fall in love with anyone else, and he and I are compatible, so I will agree to this because I've given up on love as well.
I assume he has money.
He's a lawyer. Yeah.
Right. So she's like, look, this is something I can get married and have some kids.
Financial analyst or something. Like they both are like, we're not worried about this. We're going to be a power couple. It's going to be totally fine.
Right. We do well at galas together and it's fine.
No mess, no fuss, a boring life.
Right. And there are a lot of women and people that just want to have a wedding or want to have like that instead of a marriage
but she realizes that she's too in love with Tyler.
Tyler says, you don't love him, you don't want to do this, and she's like, give me a reason not to. Tyler stays quiet and she's like, I'm gonna do it. So then she gets up to the aisle, like she's at the the altar. I almost said the podium. She's about to give her speech. And they ask, does anybody object? And Solange goes, yeah.
Could you imagine? Okay.
Your wedding planner.
Wearing white. She goes, don't do it.
Back to like the wedding that we were all just recently at. First of all, I cut that out of our ceremony because there was no need to have like, does anybody object? It's weird.
This is not 1837 where we need to go like, does the church agree?
Do you
like,
approve? Yeah.
No.
But like, I had my wedding planner who was amazing. And then we had the assistants, like the girls that were there.
What if it was the drag queen?
Oh my God, yes. Like Bridget
Stop
Bandit
the music.
is like, I object. Yeah. But like, or just like someone that I'm like, you helped me get my car here. Like, how do you know about, why are you objecting to my marriage? Like I met you yesterday when you picked up the flowers, like.
She was in the room helping the makeup artist, who is also her cousin, do the makeup.
The planner did the makeup too?
No, there's the planner who is a cousin, the makeup artist who is also a cousin.
Oh my God.
It's a whole family affair.
It is a whole family affair.
Wow.
So she says, don't do it. And then she doesn't do it like really for Dean. She does it for like, you don't want to do this.
Because she believes in love.
This isn't what you want.
She's believes a true blue romantic.
True blue.
She was raised by a single mom.
Oh boy.
Because it turns out her father was always in love with another woman and her mother was sort of the stand-in, and then it all fell apart and he said, I can't do this anymore. I'm in love with the other woman. And then he left her mom. So she's like, don't do that because I've seen how it goes and I don't like it.
And even though these are people that she does not know, she will never see again, traditionally.
Yes.
And so then do they go, oh, you know what? That stranger's right.
The bride goes, correct. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. I can't do this. And then
Tyler's still fucking silent too. Tyler is
oh my God.
still.
Is he? Oh, he's there.
They're about to, they exchange vows. And when she's about to do hers, it's like Dean notices that she looks behind him for a second. Her face falls. And then she says her vows.
Oh my God.
And then Tyler, after she says, I'm so sorry, I don't want to do this. And she like goes down the aisle. Tyler goes, ugh, and then just leaves.
Tyler sucks.
Tyler sucks.
We have all dated a Tyler or wanted to date a Tyler or thought we were dating a Tyler.
Yep.
That like,
yep.
They are just like, give you just enough so that you're on your back burner. You're the low maintenance,
but you
long
can
distance
see it. It's
commitment.
so close you can taste it. And you're like, no, hang on.
Wow.
Yeah. And then
fuck, Tyler sucks.
Tyler sucks. You never see him again. You never see Ella again either. But I know. Yeah, the wedding crasher, except it's really just fake dating. It's not really about the wedding or the wedding crashing
Weird.
at all. Yeah.
Yeah. You think there'd be like a little bit more like wedding planner style.
More about a wedding if it's called the wedding. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's just how we got here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love when the bride meets with Dean and she's like, okay, yeah, that was awkward, but I really don't want to marry you. I am in love with Tyler. And he's like, cool. Very Adam Sandler, you couldn't have thought of this yesterday. Like,
Yeah.
And she says, I'm in love with Tyler. And she literally says to him, spoiler alert, he doesn't feel the same. Yeah, no shit. He was there. He was standing right next to you. Like,
yeah. Yeah, like he was like, you guys had an understanding.
I can't in a million years imagine a bride going, spoiler alert. Like when you're explaining why you have just called off your wedding, even though it was just like a business contract. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, even for a guy who doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And then again, the logistics of it all too. Like, like y'all just continue. Like the DJ's already there.
Yeah.
The food's ready. Like, just go sit down and have a meal. Or you're just like, I guess we'll just go home and all this stuff goes to waste.
Yeah.
I'd be like, can I get something to go? Thanks.
Yeah. Like if I'm at a wedding and then I see them all like leave for like 20 minutes and I'm like, okay, it's definitely past the time. I'm heading for the food table. I'm finding the food in the back and being like, I'm where's that gift I got you? I'm taking that.
Right. And you're like, I got dressed up. Like, I'm here to party.
Yeah,
I would never do that, actually. I would sit there and behave until someone told me what to do. But in my mind,
I would have a snack while being like, do we know what's going on?
just pull a little cheese stick out of here. Do you guys have any fucking clue what's happening here?
Like, this is crazy, right?
So can we go home?
So then does Dean go to her and be like, hey, stranger, you just ruined my fucking wedding? All the deposits are paid. Like, everything's paid too. Invoices are paid. There's no getting money back.
He's like, I need a wife.
Yeah. Here's what happens. He is like, what did you hear? And she's like, oh my God, I can't believe I forgot this. There's so many things. Okay. He's like...
He has a dog dick.
He nods her.
He's secretly in the mafia. He had amnesia because his... No, I'm kidding.
I got so excited.
We gotta spice it up. Right. No, it's just, he's just Dean.
He's just Dean.
He says, tell me what you know. And she then, like, she's been so brave through all of this. And then all of a sudden is like, I don't want to tell him why. Like, I don't want to tell him what I heard.
You just interrupted an entire wedding ceremony.
You're already there. That ship has sailed. And she panics, and it's her chapter, so her point of view. And she just goes, maybe he can't see me. And she closes her eyes and goes, maybe he just won't see me.
Wow.
And he says, I can see you. And she says, no, you can't. And he goes, yes, I can.
Isn't that in a movie? That's in something.
I don't know, but these are adults.
And it's something like that of where, again, it's the manic pixie dream girl thing.
The millennialism of like, maybe you can't see me.
Yeah, like if I close my eyes, you don't know that I'm here. Like,
and then him going like, oh my God, that's so quirky and adorable.
Yeah.
I love you.
That was upsetting in the context, but also felt really nice.
Yeah. I looked into her eyes.
That was nice.
Not like the things that you do.
Don't give her ideas.
I never forgot.
God.
Oh no. I'm gonna
God.
keep my eyes closed when we read.
The whole reason they have to fake date is because he works at this law firm and he wants to be up for partner, which is in like 6 months. They're going to decide.
You have to be serious.
You have to be serious.
No pink.
There is no pink.
Yeah.
Damien cares.
Yeah.
Dean really wants to be partner. He's been working there for like 8 years. This is part of his plan, so it's very important. And he needs to bring in a big, powerful client to the law firm, and it would be like a big asset. And the way to the big, powerful client is his daughter is potentially moving to DC, which is where we are. And she is a lawyer who is interviewing. So if they get close to the daughter and they get her to work at the law firm, then she can get her father to bring his business to them.
Wow.
It's so convoluted and for no reason. But they want to send out, like, you're in town for like 2 weeks. We're going to show you DC.
Okay.
And if you like
Send
DC.
you with some people.
Yeah. And she's coming with her spouse. So it would be weird to send a single guy.
Yeah.
And he and his nemesis, Peter Barnum, are told, why don't both of you go together? If Dean, you're saying that the woman who interrupted your wedding, you've been friends with her for ages, as it turns out. And that made you realize, oh my God, we are in love with each other. And now you're dating her and it's pretty serious.
Right.
So you two and Peter and his wife schmooze this woman, Kimberly, and then that'll get her to come work at our firm and we can get her father as a client.
All right.
Yep. Yep.
They're like basically like pimping him out.
Right.
And suggesting that he pimps her out.
Yep.
for the almighty dollar.
As if like that guy even knew like the daddy client, like as if
Yeah.
he knew about the wedding situation. Like he doesn't need. You
Nope.
could say that this is my high school girlfriend. And he'd
Could have
go,
just been
"Okay."
like, can you bring a friend and say that they're a spouse? It could. There's 1,000 different like. Well, if Peter's also going to be there, then why didn't it's 3 of you? Why is that a problem?
Right.
Yeah.
Why is that weird?
And it's mostly the daughter that they're trying to schmooze, right? So
Yes.
I assume that this wonderful girl who just is so quirky and so fun and so relatable, she really connects with the daughter and
Oh yeah,
is the reason why he comes to her.
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah.
I figured. that
There's a
she's-
scene where they decide they're like, whoa, should we do something else? And she goes, we should go axe throwing.
Oh.
So they do that.
Mm. Does the candidate for the job, does
Mhm.
she find out that they're fake dating
Yes.
and threatens to not work at the law firm?
No, but that would be cool.
Because she realizes that like they are actually in love. Because I assume that they end up.
That's
in
very
love.
Love Light Farms. Great.
Yes.
Very astute. Love it. Pulling from what we know.
Yes.
No.
Oh, like they don't love like farms it.
They don't. Peter,
Oh.
the nemesis. Oh my God, remind me to say something about Peter in a second. Peter is the one who's
Peter
like
Barnum. So he's
Peter
from the
Barnum.
circus.
He's
family.
a fucking circus man.
Yes. He's Barnum and Bailey. He helps to make the animal crackers. Yeah.
He's a clown. He is extremely convinced that they are not actually dating, and he's trying to like catch him out.
And he wants to be partnered.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's the one who's like on their case.
Emily Hornberg knows.
I'm ready.
She gets it.
Taking notes.
Okay, so we are in DC, right?
Okay.
And we are at a law firm in DC.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
There's
okay.
a lot of like political stuff. And
It's
lobbies
extremely
and-
fucking serious. Okay.
No pink.
no
pink.
pink.
Dean, when Peter is introduced, the author tells you he's an Ed Sheeran lookalike.
Ugh.
Who's an Ed Sheeran lookalike?
Peter Barnum, the circus clown.
Okay,
Okay.
I thought we were talking about Dean. I was like,
What? She described him a lot of ways other than Ed Sheeran like.
Correct.
Okay, so he's like a little twerp.
Sure.
Okay.
He's got a beautiful voice.
Right. Very sweet. Personality helps out.
Dean says that Peter is completely lacking in self-awareness. For example, he thinks he looks good in his polo with the turned-up collar. At the law firm, in the middle of a workday in D.C., this man is wearing a polo.
Right.
No.
Yeah.
Not with the collar
with
flipped
the
up,
collar
he ain't.
popped. Yeah.
My mother worked. Hi, Diane.
Hi, Diane.
Hi,
Hi,
Diane.
Diane. She worked at a law firm for 30 plus years in San Diego, and they had like their home office was in LA. And anytime they did business with them, it was like they're dressed like they are like at trial in front of the Supreme Court. or
Yeah.
something. Like
Yeah.
they like it is so serious, and that's just LA. Like
Yeah. Even in Houston, my sister-in-law, she's like wears Ann Taylor every day.
it's
Like, yeah.
stuffy.
Like it's just like, but yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that I know that does not matter, but it took me out of the book so much because I was like, this is the like.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, he's in a suit every day,
every single day.
especially if he wants to be a partner.
Yes.
But he has his collar popped in his polo.
Yeah, and it's
It's
baby blue.
2018 or 2016?
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
what color is it?
Yeah.
What color?
It's baby blue.
Yeah,
Or pink
tangerine
or something. Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah.
Mm.
So
Fucking
they
little
start.
twerp.
They start fake dating. They do the axe throwing
with
thing.
orange hair and a blue shirt.
Yeah, it's just not
Okay,
good.
I'm sorry, go
It's
ahead.
just not good.
Axe throwing. Go ahead.
So they go axe throwing.
They go
Is she
axe throwing.
suddenly really good at it?
He sucks at it.
Wow.
And then flip the stereotype on its head. She comes and goes like, "Can I show you how?" And it's like she's learning to play
course.
pool for the first time. Like they're like, "Ooh, it's so intimate."
She shows him how to axe throw.
Yep,
she's like, look, you have to like put your hands like this.
literally.
And then you
It's
just
in the
go,
wrist.
"Ah."
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he's like, whoa, I didn't even know that.
Oh my god.
Oh,
my God.
Gosh. I think this is the first book that I don't like the woman in it. You know?
Mm-hmm. I don't like
Interesting.
any of it. They go.
Yeah, I don't know if I like anybody.
They go to karaoke
Ugh.
This guy's so
with
bad.
the potential new recruit.
Do they sing Ed Sheeran?
No. She and the potential recruit, Kimberly, and Kimberly's wife, they all sing Thank You Next by Ariana Grande.
Mm.
Okay.
And Dean is sitting there and he's like, I get it. They're trying to tell me that, like, wow, the wedding was called off. But next, there's Solange and it worked out so well. So that's what that song's all about. And he has 4 shots of tequila. And then he gets up. Can you guess what song he chooses?
Okay. If they're doing like Thank You Next, they're choosing like good, like recent. Is it a recent song or is it a classic song?
I would say it's more a classic than it is of recent. And do know this is like crowd stage karaoke, not private room karaoke.
I'm going to say Pour Some Sugar on Me by Def Leppard because that's the first thing that came to
Love
my
Where Your
mind.
Head's At.
I don't even know.
Ed Sheeran? No.
No.
Pony by Ginuwine.
Ew.
Oh, shit.
This is essentially a work event.
Is he grinding on the floor?
Literally, he gets up there and she is talking about how it's like you're
Bonk.
watching
Bonk.
Magic Mike, Channing Tatum. He's gyrating, he's thrusting, he's doing like all this. He apparently crawls across the stage and pretends the microphone is a screwdriver and he's drilling in. And I was reading that and then I was like, I was trying to picture he's screwing in screws with the microphone that's like a electric
he's
drill.
like, he's
Sure. But how is that sexy?
Yeah.
No, I don't
Also,
think.
all of it is not sexy. I don't think Magic Mike is sexy. I think you should sit down or get me a drink and not do that. That does
Not
not,
flop it in my face.
that
yeah.
doesn't help me. That doesn't, I don't, stop it.
Yeah. That,
Just let women do that and you,
I'm trying
Get out
to
of my
even
way.
like think of like the words to it of where you're like, that's not really even like a singing song. That's definitely like a song you dance to or that you go
Yeah.
like, you have 4 shots, you go, yeah.
he takes his shirt off. This is
Oh.
so out of character for him.
You also want to be partner. Like, what are you doing? You're
this is
fake
insane.
dating
This is
because
insane.
now does he see it as like, I had the most amazing night ever. Like you got me out of my shell. I'm who I am.
He's kind of just like, was it okay?
Oh.
Was it good? And she's like, it was great. And he's like,
So she
Cool.
actually liked it.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you want to hear about how they go to a sex club?
they go to a sex club.
They go to a sex club.
With
Is this
Kimberly?
still with Kimberly?
Almost.
With her dad?
No.
What?
Like,
Emily
what?
wants that book.
Well, because it's like, why,
this
who,
point,
would they
I
go
want
with
that
that?
Dog dicks and
With little
daddy dicks.
twists.
I would take that just to liven this up in a direction that is not Ginuwine pony karaoke with no.
Yeah.
I just don't like karaoke. So
I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't want to see you sing
I don't like
anything.
any of it. Okay, so they go to a sex club because Peter,
Twerp.
little twerp, he is like, hey man, we should go to this party that an old friend of mine from law school, she can get us in. Can you send the invite because I don't want my wife to know, but the friend of mine is an ex-girlfriend. So I don't want my wife to be mad at me. So can you send the invite to the group chat? And so he's like, yeah, man. And he sends the invite to Kimberly and her wife and everybody. And they show up and Peter texts. He's like, ooh, Molly found out she's really mad at me. So we're not going to be there.
Because he set him up to take everybody to a sex club.
Yes.
So
To
he
try to
looked like a perv.
sabotage. We're both losing because I'm not going to let you win.
Yeah.
Even if I lose, it's fine.
Oh.
But Kimberly and her wife couldn't go because they were hungover from the karaoke night. So he and Solange just go to the sex club. And they're like, this place is weird. Why are they taking our phones?
And it's like that they think that they have to go, but nobody else is going.
They're like, well, we're already here. So they go into this party and the guards like, put all your personal items in here. And they're like, maybe there's just some like,
Here's some condoms.
Keep your hands where we can see them. Yeah.
yeah. And then she goes to the bathroom and then a bell rings and everyone starts having sex. And he runs to the bathroom and he's like, oh my God, we're
Where
at a
like
sex club.
everybody in the house in the place was.
Everyone just starts getting start having sex.
So it wasn't like the Amsterdam thing.
No,
because
it was like an
No, it's
orgy.
like a club,
like
like where,
like a sex.
Everyone
like
just
where there's
goes
like
to fuck.
rooms and
Yep.
Oh,
You get it.
Were there beds and stuff?
Yes.
There, yeah.
It's a house, so it's like you go into this room and
No,
what are you
I've
gonna
read
see?
a book about a sex club.
You should bring that book.
There's some books I've been holding back.
Oh my God.
Ugh.
See, you're competitive. I got
I'm
it.
not
competitive.
Keeping him in your,
She has a thing where she's like, yeah, this is my book collection over here. And then she's like, but when I pull this book, we get to the
secret
back
room. I don't even know we were competing. Boom. Yeah. Come on.
I'm just reading.
What's the name of the sex club book? Like, not the book, but what's the name of the sex club in that book? Do you remember?
Oh,
Fuck club.
Ooh.
no, it's something like Peacock Room or something.
Ooh, Cock City.
That works.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're at Cock City.
They're at Cock City, Cock Central.
Cocktown.
Cocktown.
And then she's in the bathroom and Dean is like freaking out like I don't
Everyone's
even know.
fucking
Yeah,
around me.
I'm overwhelmed because again his karaoke performance is so out of character. This is in character, him being like, what do we do?
Yeah.
And Solange is like, hey, sex with consenting adults is a beautiful thing. Like, what is
Oh
the
my
issue?
God.
I've been to a sex party before. And he's like, what? Tell me everything. And she's like, well, it was in college or grad school. And we, and he goes, did you participate? And she's like, well, I mean, I didn't have sex, but I watched and then I touched myself. And he's like, oh my God, that's so hot. Do you want to go watch these people? And she's like, yeah, I want to go watch these people. So they go watch.
Oh.
So this is when they probably start like liking each other? When did they start liking each other?
Well, she met him and started like romanticizing his fucking eyebrows.
So she already liked him.
She was like, wow, amazing. And he was like, I'm so drawn to you, but no emotions.
Right. I can't feel anything. I can't get hurt.
And she doesn't do things by half measure. So she wants someone who's all in or out.
Mm-hmm. So do they touch themselves while they're watching these people?
They start to. Well, no. This is what happens. Her shoes, her feet hurt. And he's like, well, lean against me. And she's like, okay. So she's leaning against him and he's breathing heavy. And then someone else in the room accidentally turns the lights on.
Ew.
And it takes everyone out of the moment. And they're like, we should probably leave. So they leave. They don't even kiss.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Spoiler alert.
Because it's not like they were like, I mean, I guess Dean was a little like, what the fuck is this? But yeah, but she's like, no, it's cool. It's beautiful.
Oh my God, it's fine.
So like, Jeff and I definitely didn't get like into it when we went to the Amsterdam Sex Club. We were like, yeah, we're not
the mattress with these people with no lights, no production. Yeah,
it was so like the opposite. We were like,
yeah,
that made everything feel gross. Like,
I don't feel good.
But they're like, but she's like, no, it's like it's beautiful.
Oh my God.
I guess I'm just not as much of a free spirit.
I feel like a club is different than
a performance,
a sex show.
A show.
Yeah. The club, you go into it like.
You know that everyone there is also doing it. You're not just like spectators.
Yeah.
But then they became spectators just standing there like little creeps in the corner.
Yeah.
Okay. So then they leave.
In a million fucking years, you will never guess where they go next that night or what happens. You just would never.
Oh, I know. In and Out was my first thought.
Oh my God, I love it. Are you guys hungry?
Yeah. Okay, where is the last place you think that they would go?
Roller skating.
It's not a plan. She gets a call from her cousin.
Because she's so spontaneous and she's so like...
She has to go to another wedding.
Her cousin is in labor.
Oh. Which one? The makeup artist cousin? Or
yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, Emily Hornberg. You're so good at this.
So they're like, we have to go to the hospital.
She's like, my cousin's husband is stuck across the whatever the fuck bridge, DC traffic. No idea when he's going to be able to get there. I have to go pick her up and go to the hospital. And he is like, he literally says something like, always could use a strapping young man around or something. And so he goes as well.
Okay.
They go pick up the cousin. And
to like birth the baby? What is
that?
To
go pick up and go. Yeah, he's just going to like help and like be around. I don't really know. And so then he goes and he's like, oh, I can help you with I'll carry the bag. Right. And then she's like, oh, don't forget to grab the period pain simulators, the contraction simulator. You attach like electric, whatever,
like
tens.
Yeah.
Yes. She has one of those because her birthing plan is her husband is going to wear that so that he will also feel the contractions and it will make her feel good, but it also might help her pain levels. And also,
what the fuck?
And so Dean wears it.
I hate it.
Fucking thank you. Thank you.
Like I've been through so much. Is this episode 20? What episode is this?
This is episode 20.
Oh my God. And I fucking hate this.
Yes. Yes.
All of it is so like, this is why I hate reading. It took us 20 episodes to be like, oh, this is why Emily doesn't read in these fucking books because of this kind of shit.
Just read my books. None of this happens in my book.
Hey,
what about mine?
I brought you dog dicks. You don't want to read about that?
Well, read that book. That's fine.
But this like, oh my God, look at how
I did the dog kennels. I'm feeling
that one was fine.
Did you do Sweetest Oblivion too?
I literally said,
you did Gas Station. That's what's up.
I literally said, I hate this book, and if I didn't have to finish it for the podcast because I knew we'd have a good time dunking on it, like it's
But I see how like, I appreciate the work that you do for this show and the work that you put into it, and that you
do
sacrificed
the work.
your time and your mind. Like you had to read all of this. You're just telling us the bits of it, but you haven't
even gotten some of the
all.
Worst parts of this book.
So he's like, oh, LOL, I'll do it for you. Also, that's fucked up to be like, you have to feel this too. Like that's weird.
That's what when I was picking this book, I chose it and then I immediately go to the 1-star reviews. Are there enough? Are there good ones?
Yeah.
And so I spoiled the shit out of a few things. I knew that in this book, her cousin would go into labor and he would wear that was one of the biggest reasons that I was like, I gotta read this fucking book.
I've also never heard of anybody. I've heard them doing that of like, haha, here's an example of what we deal with.
Right.
And they like freak out.
But
like,
not for like sympathy pains.
not during labor. It's also where you're like, hey,
I want you to have a sound mind.
Yeah.
And I need one of us to be fucking functional. And we all know that if a man has like a level 2 period and I'm in labor, he's the one who needs medical attention.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anything, it's like, it's making the attention back on him where you're like, no, I need you to grab a leg and just like help me
get the fuck
this.
out and find someone who can help me right now, or I don't know.
Instead of making this about you.
Yeah. And so she's talking about like, well, no one will wear it, and that was the plan. And then
it'll make me feel better if someone else is hurting.
They're sort of like, well, Dean, you could wear it. Like, it's not like you have to do this, but it's suggested. And he's like, no way. And then she's like, I really didn't see today going like this. And he's like, oh, I feel bad. I'll do it.
And then she's like, okay, now I feel better. I can deliver my baby.
So he's in the back seat. So every time she has a contraction, she presses the button. And there's one where she forgets to press the button. And Solange is like, you forgot to press it. And he's like, God damn it. And she presses that one. And he's in the back and has to take off his seatbelt and like lay down. Mother-to-be in the front seat doesn't have her seatbelt off. She's functioning. She's coping.
Yeah.
He's in the back seat, lying down horizontally and crying.
Oh,
wow.
God.
Yeah.
And that probably wasn't even fully up.
Yep.
So they get to the hospital and they have the stupid fucking baby.
They have the baby. Baby's fine. Husband shows up. Everything's cool. And he's like, we got to stay. When do I get to meet the kid? And it's like, what the fuck, man? Like,
yeah.
Literally, who are you? And I don't know. There's this whole thing of like, is she going to stay in DC? No, she's leaving. She's going to move back to Ohio for something, but her whole family's here and they're all really close. And then she gets the job offer that she
was
thought
that the green pastures that she was.
Yeah, the greener pastures, Ohio.
Ohio.
You're no. No.
Okay.
So she gets the job offer for the job that she didn't think they had it in the budget because it's like a nonprofit thing.
Okay. What is her job?
In Ohio.
No, in DC.
Oh, okay.
It's like a nonprofit. They help people. I'm fucking blanking on this, but like adult education.
Okay.
And like getting your life skills together so you can, that kind of thing. So she teaches
That's a good
there.
person to have as someone who's a manic pixie dream girl, help people get their life skills.
Yes. And so she gets the job offer and can't decide because she's like, I don't want to get stuck in a bad situation.
Okay.
I don't know. So she's like, well, maybe I should still go to Ohio. And then he finds out that she got the job offer but didn't tell him. And he's like, well, clearly she had a chance to stay and she like didn't even tell me about it. So I'm not important to her.
So my abandonment issues are being triggered.
Activated. Yeah.
Okay. And she's like, I can't get clothes.
I didn't tell you because I didn't know what I wanted to do yet. And I didn't want to get your hopes up, I guess. I don't really know. The whole thing's a mess.
So when do they fuck?
Yeah.
When do they fuck?
254.
254. So this is after birth. This is after sex club. Is this after job acceptance or before?
Before, maybe even before job offer.
Okay.
But I'm trying to remember now. I was so proud of myself. I highlighted it and now I can't even remember the context of them having sex because it's irrelevant.
If you want to know the context, you can read this book.
Go to page.
Wedding Crashers has nothing to do with the Wedding Crasher.
God. Because there's so much leading up to the scene that what I highlighted was like, they're like, are we doing this? Are we really going to do this?
Is it from his point of view or hers?
Both.
Okay.
There's a whole scene where there's another reason they have to fake date for her. Like her cousins or someone else is coming into town and her mom was insecure about the fact that she's single. And so she lied and said she had I don't know.
This is really working out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so because of that, then she has the two of them are staying with her because
One
she has
bed.
her boyfriend with 2 bedrooms. And so they're sleeping together.
Oh.
And then they keep hearing her cousins have sex in his house.
Oh.
Ew. So we should do it too?
Basically.
We can drown them out.
Is that when we're doing it?
They're not they're not home and then they're like, oh my god, I'm so in the mood. Oh my god, are we doing this? Like, let's do this. And then they do.
Is it during the day?
I think it might be.
Oh.
I think it is because then they're like, well, you're gonna stick around all day? Like, do you have to go to work today? Like, I don't know. I could be lying to you, but hey, it doesn't matter.
She's a liar.
Based on your suggestion, when he is speaking, it's blue.
Smart.
Because they keep switching. Everything's pink because this is her chapter, but like halfway through the scene, it switches to his chapter.
Okay.
And then it'll be anytime she's speaking, it's pink.
That's going to help me with my voices.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I love that.
Okay. All right. Him inside me.
Can I say, why are you throwing the word crotch into a sex scene?
Yeah.
That's not sexy.
And
Yeah.
take off your panties.
Take them off. He had the condom on. I mean, come on.
Just say I pulled my panties. This again, using
Pull
too
my
many
panties
words.
to the side.
Yeah. We know what part you're grabbing. You're not the top. You're the only thing that can go to the side.
She keeps writing things that are very like, you'll see more of them where she's like not really explicitly saying, but then she is explicitly saying other parts. And I'm like, we need to pick a lane here.
Right.
But okay. Continue.
Guiding him inside me with much less finesse than I'd prefer. His erection presses against my channel. That's a new one. My channel.
Channel.
I've only heard entrance, but channel is a new
My
one.
channel. You just said dick.
Yeah.
What do you, my
And crotch
channel.
and panties.
My
But then you're
nether
like,
regions. Like, what?
yeah.
I hate channel.
It's icky.
It's like
channel.
for boats.
Channel makes me think of just a
The English
stinky
channel.
boat.
Stinky river.
Yeah. That gets me going.
She has a channel.
And it- honk.
It's a fog. Channel as though it's designed precisely and specifically for me. Dean, I can't believe I need it all. He easily obliges, thrusting all the way in. Then he freezes me in place with 2 words. Don't move.
She's doing the eye contact
What
again.
she did with both of us.
Yeah,
You
she
like
got
that?
both of us.
You
I'm
like that?
uncomfortable. Maybe we should just stare in each other's
Yeah.
eyes. I don't like that either. Nobody look at me.
Okay, I gotta figure out what his voice is.
Well, he's Dean, so probably something just
Okay.
kind of bland.
I need a distraction, he says.
Or that.
Or else. He leans forward, closing his mouth over. I thought it said closing my mouth over a nipple. He leans
Whoa.
forward, closing his mouth over a nipple and sucking gently. Dean, I need to move. He leans back, his mouth still affixed to my breast. Then he slowly pulls away, lengthening my nipple. I'm fucking dead. Lengthening my nipple to twice its usual size before he lets it go with a soft pop of his lips.
Thoughts? Feelings?
Ow.
He is like,
Concerns? Get out of my channel.
And she's like,
my- This is like
What?
Barnum and Bailey for sure.
Fuck, Dean. Ugh.
What the fuck, Dean?
Twice its normal size.
That is
That's
really like, and then they're like,
Stop doing that to your shirt. It's alpaca.
I don't wanna do
He's gonna stretch it.
My comfy pants. Okay.
Now you can move, he whispers. I appreciate your patience.
This is
What?
This is Dean.
This is Dean.
Dean
It
the lawyer.
sounds like a airline stewardess.
Thank you. Read the next sentence, Emily.
His smile is smug as he says this, as if he's a customer service representative at the local DMV and knows I'm at his mercy.
You know what gets me fucking hot and
The
bothered?
DMV.
Oh,
The
God.
DMV customer service voice.
She's thinking of the sloth at the DMV and whatever that movie is that just sucks on a nip. All right. So then we skip ahead to him,
Uh-huh.
to Dean's point of view. He sucks. I'm inside Solange, and the feeling is unreal. She rocks on top of me, her thighs slapping against mine. I thrust upward, meeting her each time she bears down. The way she rides me is so damn glorious. I want to bottle it and take it everywhere I go. This is so...
Uh-huh.
Just get to the
Cheesy.
fucking point.
They're literally having sex, and they're thinking about being at the DMV.
And I
Continue.
want to bottle this up and take it with me.
to the DMV.
She's strong and soft, and I'd happily make massaging her my only pastime if she'd let me. Oh, Dean, you suck. I also wish I could do this all day, but I can't. I really can't. To ward off my impending orgasm, I resort to an old and rarely necessary standby, mumbling a piece I've committed to memory.
Are we gonna read it right now?
No,
Does he say what it is?
not here.
Oh, good. She pulls back, a sex-drunk expression on her face. Are you humming? I blurt out, reciting something. Why? Helps me last. Let me hear it, she says. I grind, you rhyme. I'm going to throw your fucking iPad.
Thank you. Throw it and we'll put up an Amazon wish list and someone can buy me a Kindle because first of all, I should have one. And second of all, I get it. I want to throw it too.
This is
the worst.
the dog shit.
Is this worse than the comfy pants?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Causal analysis?
Far.
I would rather be at
far.
that business meeting than
Oh
this.
my God.
That is just where you're like, that's just a guy who doesn't really know what he's doing.
Right.
This is just cheese dick bullshit. I grind, you rhyme. As they're like both like
I am like picturing like the new girl.
Yes.
yeah, like it's just that like I'm just so quirky. I'm adorkable. Later, I promise. It's probably more than you need to hear. I'm going to hold you to it. We're in a tight fit. She knows just when to contract around me to make the fit even tighter. Without hesitation, I massage her folds, then tease her with a feather-light pass over her clit. She tenses and chases the sensation, desperate for more, but I don't want us to get to the punchline just yet. So I skim her opening, tracing a finger over the places where my cock meets her pussy. It's just a lot.
You said pussy. I said it. I'm really proud. Okay. But you said all of that, but you also said channel.
Right.
Yeah.
And you were talking about the crotch of your pants. Like,
And
it's
like
just not lining up.
the places.
Yeah,
you
the
know?
places. But
Yeah.
you said clit earlier.
Right.
Yeah. So do you want to say these words or do you want to go like, hee hee, I don't want to be vulgar.
Just keep saying clit.
Yeah.
She lets out a long moan, and it's as though the sound is vibrating against my dick. Solange jolts. Yes, Dean, please, rub me there. She parts her lips and moans grow louder. And fuck, she's contracting around me so tightly. I'm going to detonate any minute now. The faster I rub, the harder she rides. My damn toes are curled, and I'm sweaty and so fucking hard. He sucks.
I don't like that his toes are curled.
Right? Ugh.
Yeah. I don't need to know anything about your
And if
toes.
she's on top, she sees that too. She's probably like, ugh.
No, they're behind her.
Oh, was she not reverse? She's
Turn
facing
around.
him?
Maybe she's doing a little stretch.
She's facing him, I think.
So she's facing
These
him.
two? Yeah, she's facing
So she's facing him. So he's just like this. In the
Lean
front,
back.
like just like, there you go.
Yeah, and also his toes are curling. Great.
And then he's like, ee! And then humming something apparently while she grinds, he rhymes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Is it pony?
That would be better than what it is.
But then I feel her hands running through my hair and I lose focus. Seconds later, I'm sucker punched by an even stronger swell of emotion when she leans forward and kisses my forehead.
Ew.
Where the fuck did that come from?
Like,
Where did that come
I
from?
thought she was gonna suck on his boob or something.
do you think he has a good boy thing?
Yeah, probably.
Because it's like a mom thing, like especially with
Oh
the
my
nipple.
God.
Oh my god. I mean,
Gross.
it really is.
And then the like
He just
kissing the
wants
forehead,
forehead
like you're
kisses.
so good.
Yeah. I don't like this.
Dean, I'm so close.
It's not even uncomfortable when she looks at us because it's just like, this is so
'Cause you
awkward.
hate it so
It's
much.
already just like, this is not sensual.
Touch yourself, I say. I need my hands free. She dips her hand between her legs while I withdraw. Then I grab onto her ass and move her up and down my cock again and again. Okay. Yes, Dean. Yes, that's it. Oh, God. Please, please, please don't stop. I gather all the energy left in my body and pump with abandon. I'm on fire, unstoppable. My only task in life is to make her. There's a lot that's not highlighted.
I was
by
just
the way.
thinking that there's like pages of stuff that I did not highlight.
Like let me for our video watchers on YouTube, Clutch My Pearls Pod on YouTube, but still download on so we get the numbers on.
Thank you, we
the
appreciate it.
apps. Thank you, we love you. Okay, let's see. This is her asking about humming, and then I turn the page. Each click is 2 pages. It's like
There's
8 pages
so much.
later. Then it's still at the like.
It's still happening.
I'm still trying to hum. So,
And I took out all of the like build up to how they like get to having sex and him like
yeah.
Mm.
he starts with "May I touch you?" and then he goes, "Wait, let me get a protection." Anyway, continue.
Dean, as she cries out my name, Dean, yes. Then, with her eyes squeezed shut, she shudders uncontrollably, her thighs trembling from the force of the orgasm, And holy shit, within seconds of that, I come so hard, my vision blurs and my head spins.
That one, if you're listening, you should go to YouTube and watch what face she just made.
That's him. With his
Riding
with his
the
toes curled,
cosmos.
he's like, "Ugh." And then, so what was he humming?
It's
What
like
do you
the
think
Pledge
it
of
was?
Allegiance.
Okay. Oh God, is it?
No.
Is it?
Hickory Dickory Dock.
Oh, shit. Is it a
You're
children's
close.
thing? Is it Humpty Dumpty?
Little spider.
Out with it. Don't think I forgot. Forgot what? You promised. Her lips going all adorably pouty. Please, Dean.
promised. You know she said it like that.
Yep.
Please.
Please, Dean. Whatever it is, it'll be our little secret.
Oh,
Okay.
God.
Clear my throat and oblige her. I can't even read this. Okay. I might not be able to read this. Okay.
Let Emily do it.
Do you want to do it?
I want to know what it is.
It's a poem.
Okay. Make Vanessa read it.
What?
She never reads.
Okay.
I'm
I'm going to be so brave. I'm
Read
going to be
the
so
poem.
fucking brave. There's nothing but dog dicks. I can do this. I love little pussy. Her coat is so warm, and if I don't hurt her, she'll do me no harm. So I'll not pull her tail, nor drive her away, but pussy and I very gently will play.
Is that real?
I don't know.
No, but like, is that a real children's
That is
rhyme?
I think so. I don't know. But she goes, oh my God, is that original? And he goes, nah, it's a nursery rhyme called I Love Little Pussy. Oh, let me look.
And that's supposed to be what makes him not come?
Uh-huh.
Is saying, like, I'm going to play
I feel like
gently
that
with a
would.
pussy?
Yep, it's real.
Oh.
1897. Because he
Ooh.
says, oh my God.
So it's like a thing that, what did his mom say to him?
Okay.
Ugh.
Okay, mommy issues.
I think he does. I think he does.
You're probably right. He says he discovered it I discovered it by accident in college. Okay? Written in the 1700s, I think, the author unknown. It had a profound effect on my sexual development in college. And then he says, she goes, you know, it's about a cat, right? And he goes, I'm not so sure, but it doesn't matter. That nursery rhyme helped me establish a positive relationship with pussies, taught me to treat them with care and the respect they deserve.
Unsubscribe.
DNR.
You should try to
This
get your
guy.
money back for this
Fuck
book.
this guy, but not literally. I mean, oh God.
I think this is
Oh,
our
God.
first DNR.
DNF.
DNF. What?
DNR.
Do not resuscitate.
Do not
Please,
resuscitate.
yeah, that applies.
Same.
Let me die.
I just don't even want to
kill
be.
me.
Just fucking end me.
That's us in the 1-star
Oh, God.
That is that is probably the main reason that I was like, I gotta read this fucking book, because the 1-star reviews were like the pussy poem. And I was like,
It's
I gotta know what this is. I gotta
so-
know.
Like Star Spangled Banner, or if you're like,
reviews. Yeah, you name all the pro players on
Yeah.
the baseball team.
Yeah.
or
You think about all your bros and accidentally come immediately, and then you have a lot of questions for yourself. Yeah.
your grandmas.
and it's like he came up with that in college.
Yeah.
So that he would last longer.
Yeah. But now it's like Pavlov's
But-
poem, because every
yeah.
time you do it, you're then going to finish. So I don't know what the fuck is wrong with this guy, but I don't support it.
No, they deserve each other.
And it's like you're obviously like humming out loud.
Yeah. What
Hum
the
in
fuck,
your head.
Dean? What the fuck?
Yeah, he's like, little pussy.
Yeah. So is this your new book boyfriend?
No. No, he is bottom
loves
of the
Dean.
list.
She fucking loves Dean.
I would take Nerdy Witch Boy over this.
Would he be cast as Jesse Eisenberg? I
This
wouldn't
guy?
even. I wouldn't even
Dean?
argue.
I don't know.
Honestly, I could see Glenn Powell for this one.
Mm.
Yeah.
He's curling his toes. I could see it. I don't want to see it. I
Ew.
don't want to think about that.
Every time I would hear Emily say something about Glenn Platt, I just thought about Glenn Close.
Oh.
I don't know why.
What? I love
I
that.
couldn't stop.
That's so much better.
Who all have we pictured as Glenn Powell? Was it last week?
You pictured.
I
You
pictured-
requested him.
Oh, as the vampire
brother.
guy.
Owen.
But also as the Owen. But then you pictured him as the bad boy equipment manager for the hockey player.
Yeah, that's where he came
And you
in.
pictured Glenn Close.
Well,
God.
I think it's
Pictured
just the
Cruella
name.
DeVille.
But every time I hear
God.
you say the name, all I think about is
You're
Glenn
like,
Close.
oh, Glenn Close. Are you picturing her in the Dalmatians movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, they do end up together, if you were wondering.
Oh, shocker. They realize that they're just both adorable together.
Peter, Ed Sheeran, finds out that they are not actually together and tells the partner, and the partner's like, I knew it, you're fired, Dean. So Dean is fired, and then Kimberly, the client, doesn't accept the job, but she runs into him because she was like, I heard about what happened, and I came to confess. My wife is not my wife. That's my best friend. And I didn't want to interview and have them be like, why are you moving to a different state and you don't have a spouse, and it's not for that reason your spouse is moving, so you're coming too. It sounds like you just suck at your job. They didn't want to make you partner, so you're bailing. And then she's like, all right, this was great. Thanks. We got it all off our chest, Dean. And then he's got his little sad box of like, you've just been fired. And her dad is picking her up. They meet, and Dean's going to go work for the dad.
Wow. So it all worked out.
Beautiful.
Is he singing the little pussy song as he's going out?
That's how he got the job. No.
He's found a little cross stitch at their house. At the pussy
Oh my God, you're never gonna
oh my
believe.
God, I love this poem.
Our ancestor wrote this.
Yeah. That's how we got all this money. So what do the good people at Goodreads think about
They got
this?
a lot of fucking thoughts, and I'm right there with them. Okay. So first of all, it has a 3.7 with 32,000 ratings on Goodreads.
3 out of 5 or 4?
Out of 5.
Yeah, 5. That's too
I
many.
still don't understand.
That's a lot, because we get that rating on a lot of our books.
A lot
and
of
this
them.
is
Bad.
Thank you. I feel so validated. Marie said, I really should have stopped when she anthropomorphized the dude's eyebrows and scar, but for some reason I kept reading. That's when I wanted to fucking bail too.
That's
Yeah.
I think that's when we all collectively went,
Oh no. What am I
this
in
is
for?
what you mean.
Remind me, do you DNF or do you try to push through?
I try to push through, but I've never read a book that's this
Like this.
bad.
Yeah. Meteora says, the only problem I had with this is the name Dean. I just don't like that name. Don't ask me why. Other than that, the book is adorable and really good. She gave it a 1 star because of the name Dean.
She could have just changed it out to
But I
Cody,
love
which she
the
probably
book.
preferred.
I loved it.
Everything's
1 star.
amazing.
I fucking hate that name. Who's Dean in your life? What did he do?
Yeah, what did Dean do to
What
you?
Dean do?
Lily said, this book sucked. I hated every minute of it. I don't know what all of you millennials are saying, but it's one of the worst books I've ever read. This book makes me want to amputate my feet and eat them.
Did Shirley write that?
No.
Amputate your feet and then eat them.
Or like pickled?
Oh, yeah. How
Ooh.
would you serve your feet?
I wouldn't.
Just like slice them up and grill them like a little piece of Spam? I don't know. Fry them.
I was thinking like pig feet.
Ugh, I don't like any of it. Dean's curled up toes and I have to
It's
eat
too
them.
much feet. And the little pussy that you have to play with carefully with its tail.
Meg said the pussy poem will haunt my nightmares till I die.
Same.
Yeah,
It's
same.
already there.
Yeah.
It's already there.
It's horrific.
It's pretty gross.
And then last one, April said, my butthole hurts from all of its puckering from the mass amount of cringe.
Wow.
So when they're like Allie Hazelwood, she writes like so many millennialisms. I understand what they're saying, but it's not this fucking bad.
Yeah.
There are others who do it so much worse.
Really?
It's very Steve Buscemi, like, hey, fellow
hello.
kids.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
Yeah. Not the whole book.
I can't do it.
We need to do one that's like because like, I think that all the ones we've been liking have also been like post-pandemic. You know, like there's so much that has come out and like we're like, this is 2022, 2023.
I can pull some like paperbacks that I have in a fucking closet somewhere. They were written in 1991 and we can get weird with it.
Like I'd be interested to see like the comparisons of that, because now in like this book it's very 2016, 2018, like that kind
Whenever
of
it came out,
owl necklace kind of, you know,
This
vibe.
might be like 2021.
Really?
I should look it up. I wonder.
Well, if she didn't Kindle Unlimited it, she probably wrote it and then had to wait. But
because this is like a sequel where it's like one of her cousins is in the other one.
oh, so it is like a trilogy, not trilogy, but like a series.
2022.
Wow, that is newer than I thought.
Yeah, just none of it makes sense. Anyway, if you
Yeah,
like
it's
this
like
book,
who like thinks in their head like that?
yeah, and if you do, you shouldn't say it out loud.
I guess some people just are like, oh, it's fun because that's the way they are and that's the way they think, and you know, that's just not the way we are, and
That's
it's
fine, but nope.
Well,
Nope.
I think this was the first one. I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, that was fun. I loved
Is this
it.
worse than Love Light Farms? The comfy pants
for sure.
and the
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
I
yeah.
understand why Vanessa's like, Emily, just read my books. I get it.
No, I just
But I think it's good too because these are also a lot of books. Like when we talk to people, well, I'll be like, what kind of books do you read? And they're like, oh, this, and I'm like, This is something that people be like, oh, it's really like it's nasty. Like they talk about
Yes.
fucking, you know.
If someone said, I love this book, I'm like, oh my God, I'm never taking a recommendation
You
from
should,
you.
yeah. And you'd be like, you should read Love Like Farms.
Love
You
that
would
for you.
It's
I
great.
want no part of it. Yeah.
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 I think because I only read things that are recommended to me on TikTok that I feel like I never miss.
Like that they know, right? You know, you have those bullet points that you're like, that's what's up. That's what I want.
I've seen this one recommended before, though. I don't get a lot of my recommendations from TikTok, but I feel like I've like seen it pop up where it's like, oh no, that like this. There is such a market for this voice.
I'll block
sure.
whoever. I've never seen that book talked about on mine. So
If you see it, like
I'm
now
gonna
our
block
phones
them.
have all been listening,
Yeah.
right? Bail.
Yeah.
don't trust you.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But you should trust us, you know. We always come to you with good recommendations, and even if you like it, that's fine, you know.
Emily
I still
loves
have
dog
fun.
dick.
I don't. And I don't like Jesse Eisenberg, and I
She
don't
fucking
like Mark
okay,
Zuckerberg.
that is
She
absolutely not
loves
true.
Elon
You don't
Musk.
always. She fucking loves
Barbara
Elon Musk.
loves Glenn Powell. She brings him up at any opportunity she can.
I love Glenn Close.
But it's like, I like the dogs. But, you know, thank you for tuning in again. Thank you for bringing a good book. I liked that this was a good palate cleanser. It was fun for us to shift our gears into like, what the
We
fuck?
kept like threesome, polyamorous,
Yeah.
we had to
Into, like,
baseline.
I love
This
to
is
shit on a book too.
Yeah, every now and then it's fun to be like, here's why I fucking hated this book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I stand by everything I said.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all almost got me to be like, maybe I should read again. I'm like, nope. This is why I
Great.
don't like
Oh my
reading.
God.
Great.
Nope. Gonna keep just hearing about it,
I
not
didn't
actually
even
reading
read-
it.
I didn't realize that was even on the table, so all right, fine.
We almost had her.
It only took us 20 episodes.
Let us know when it builds back up and you're like, maybe.
Maybe,
All right.
yeah. But you know, if you like us, tell all your friends about us.
Send us emails.
Send us emails. Like, subscribe, leave reviews. We obviously read them all because we're obsessed with them all. At Clutch My Pearls Pod on Instagram, TikTok, X, which is Barbara's favorite website.
By Emily's boyfriend Elon Musk.
Her lover.
And yeah, you know, like, subscribe. I think like I said, we have a couple of different things. We got shit in our link tree, which is everywhere in all of our bios. So, all right, bye. Oh, see you next Tuesday.
There it is.
There it is. That's how we know it's done.
Bye.
Bye.